Welcome, folks, back to Dominant Mets Nation. And I gotta say, folks, I am very, very angry. Very angry. We obviously know the Mets have come off to a horrible start, a pathetic start for a major league professional baseball team, and they have given us not even any hope. Not even any hope. The guys they play like they don't. It seems like they don't even care. I mean, the last game with Manaya, I gotta say, lights out. Oops, clap. Great performance. But the bat, that has been the notorious problem for the last, I would say, couple years. At the end of 2022, the bat struggled. Last year, we more than struggled. I mean, I got stats here, and they're just putrid stats. I mean, this year, we know we're 0-4, but our bats are doing nothing. Our guys, Jeff McNeil, Pete Alonso, pretty okay, decent. But Nimmo, Lindor, horrible. The Mets lineup right now, we rank 29th in runs scored, 29th. And that's no surprise, folks. That's no surprise. Last year, we ranked 20th. So we weren't much better. This year, on base percentage, it's 250. We're getting on base on a clip of 250. Batting average, we're 28th in the league. We're batting 188. Last year, just for reference, we were 25th in the league at .238. So, I mean, if you compare these stats to last year, I'm not really sure what David Stearns was expecting. We stunk last year, and we're going to stink this year in those specific categories. In hits last year, we were 27th in all of Major League Baseball. So this offense, I'm not really sure why it took David Stearns so damn long to secure a guy like JD Martinez, but we should have been securing more than JD Martinez because our offense stinks. It stinks. It's horrible. And I gotta say, with this particular team in New York City, everything seems to be started from offense. If we hit well, our pitching has more of a cushion. Our pitchers have more leeway. So for us not to build and fortify our offense is horrible. And guys like Joey Wendell and Zach Short and Tyrone Taylor and DJ Stewart, that's not doing it. It's not doing it. Those are the guys we added. But the guys that we had this year that we're supposed to rely on, I've mentioned them before. Jeff McNeil, Nimmo, Lindor. Lindor is batting .63, on base 167, slug .63, OPS .230. I mean, that is ridiculous. 16 at bats, one hit. I mean, and that's supposedly our leader. Pete Alonso, he's doing a little better. He's got 4 hits, batting .267. Wow, amazing. But, folks, this lineup is really not great. Last year, we weren't great as well. So it's not like, oh, don't worry, the bats will come alive because last year we were good. No, last year we were bad in a lot of categories. We were middle in the road in categories like home runs and RBIs, but the categories that count, like batting average, hits, runs scored, we were all the bottom third in the entire MLB. So in terms of producing runs, not good, folks. Not good. And of course, if you don't produce runs, just like Jacob deGrom experienced, there's going to be so much extra pressure on the pitchers. So David Stearns didn't do any favors to the Mets fans and the Mets lineup in fortifying that lineup. But I got to say, I'm really disappointed in this supposed core. This, and I've been saying we don't have leadership. I said it last night in our live stream. But Pete Alonso, I mean, I'm thinking, even though he is a fan favorite, what does Pete Alonso really care about more this year? Let's think. Does he care more about his end of the year numbers, or does he care more about us making the playoffs and the whole team doing well? Because I think the latter. This guy, I don't think is doing enough. As a so-called leader, an all-star, obviously he home run derby champion. I'm not sure what that means much in the locker room. But I don't see Pete Alonso as lifting up the locker room. I don't. I don't see Lindor as lifting up the locker room. I don't. I don't. I could really see a big blow up coming. Not that these guys aren't individually talented, but you want guys to lift up other players, to help other players. That's a team. We're not a team, folks. We are not a team. Have some talented players. We have some individual talents, but these guys aren't gelling. They're going to work. These guys are going to work like it's a 9 to 5. They're cashing their paychecks and they're going home. They don't care. Win, loss, draw, whatever. They don't care. And I mean, the Jeff McNeil, Reese Hoskins thing, that should have been a blessing. If there was a little slow start, let's just say our first game we were sluggish. By the time that happened in the 8th inning, that should have jump-started everything. But that just tells me all I need to know about this team. There's no fight. There's no response. The guys on the team, they don't care. They really don't care. Pete Alonso's looking for his next contract. Lindor knows he's got $350 million in the bank. The Squirrel's got his $50 million. It doesn't matter if he gets cut or not. Marte's almost out of baseball. Our core doesn't care. The only one on our team with fire and desire and that really cares is Francisco Alvarez, and it's showing. He leads the team in hits. He leads the team in batting average. He has got 1 home run, 2 RBIs. Not great, but there's nobody on base. And, he's not really put in a position in the lineup to do damage, so that's Mendoza's fault. That's another story. He's batting .429, on base of .467, slug of .786, and an OPS of .1253. So Francisco Alvarez is the only guy, quite honestly, who's really doing his job. Marte, I'll give him credit. He's got off to a decent start. He's got 5 hits. He's batting .357. So I give him credit as well. But besides those 2 guys, there's really nobody in the lineup worth the damn right now. Alonso's got 4 hits, but everybody's like Alonso's doing his job. He's got 4 hits. He's got 1 home run, 1 RBI. Let's relax right there. He's not doing great. He swung and missed at God knows how many pitches that he should have hit over the fence. So, all right. And then he had a 1-run homer in Saturday night's game that didn't tie the game, didn't win the game. So I relax with the Alonso. I mean, I'm getting a little. I like Alonso as much as the next guy, but the guy's not carrying the team right now. It's a very, really depressing feeling if you're a Mets fan. I hope that when JD Martinez comes back, maybe you bring in a Mark Vientos, but it's got to be now. I hate the fact that people go, it's only 4 games. I heard that after 1 game. It's only 1 game. It's only 2 games. It's only 3 games. It's only 4 games. Okay, these games add up. They add up. If we miss the playoffs by 2 or 3 games, these games matter a great deal. So you got to win games. And also, too, it's about momentum. Right now, we have no momentum. It feels like we're losing the game or going to lose the game before the game even starts. And when you look in that when you look in the clubhouse, in post-game interviews, when you look in the dugout, the guys, they don't look like they're into it. I know Lindor made a comment in the Mania start that the guys were on the fence, they were engaged. You shouldn't even have to say that. Oh, you have to make note that they're engaged? Like, they're making an effort to be engaged? It should come natural. You should automatically be engaged in the game. You shouldn't have to say, hey, fans, look, they were on the top dugout. They're doing their job. Seriously? Are you serious? I mean, I don't know. Back in the day when I played ball, there were teams I played on and guys in the dugout didn't care. And there were other teams I played on where every single one of the guys gave a damn and they were rooting for each other and they were invested in each other's at-bats, each other's plays. If somebody made an error, another guy would come over, put their arm around them and, help them out, give them confidence, give them advice so it doesn't happen in the future. Let them know we succeed as a team, we fail as a team. That's not the motto right now. The motto right now is you got a couple guys that are looking for individual stats. They're looking for a payday, and they're just, using the Mets to really essentially get paid. But we're not united right now. We're not united. And I could tell there's contention in the clubhouse. I could tell guys like Alonso and even, let's just say McNeil, the squirrel has a decent average. They'll point to other guys, hey, this guy's not hitting or that guy's not doing. No, if you're Alonso and your seventh guy in the lineup is not hitting, it's your responsibility to put your arm on his shoulder and make sure he's doing his job. If you're going to be considered a leader, if you're going to be looking for a contract, these are going to be the things that teams look for. You're an aging veteran first baseman. Yes, you can hit home runs, but it's going to be about more than hitting home runs. As we learned this offseason, guys like Matt Chapman, even JD Martinez, Blake Snell, teams weren't biting on these guys. These guys that we thought would be signed weren't signed. Teams are looking for more, and they know that these guys, if they are going to be signed for long-term contracts, it's going to be on the back ends of their career. So you're going to want more from these guys. So Alonso, if you want that $200 million plus contract, you're going to have to show that you can lead a team. You think the Mets are going to resign you to a crazy, ridiculous contract when they're winning 70 games with you in the heart of their lineup? You got to be kidding me. And other teams are looking at that too. They're like, oh, Alonso's impact on the New York Mets is virtually nothing. Yeah, we're not going to give this guy 200 something million dollars. So that's the thing. You got to show your impact on the group. So that's my quick assessment. We're going to be going into Game 5 tonight. Hopefully, we're going to do a nice live stream. I'm hoping the game gets played. It's tough. I'm broadcasting right now in Florida, so I don't know what the weather is right now in New York. So if you want to drop a comment, let me know how the weather is. Also, smash that like button, hit the sub button, join the channel. I will speak to you very soon. And we got to go back to my old saying. It can't get any worse, but it probably will. What are you going to do? All right. I will speak to you all soon. Again, I love the comments. Drop them.